Okay, and welcome to our next game of Shadowrun. We are up to session number 101. It is the 300th session for this fortnightly group, and it is season 3, episode 6. The second day of the 6th month of the year 2052. Online today we have Jeremy.
Evening all, I'm playing Desmond Dexter, the elf who grew up on the streets of Seattle believing he was abandoned by everybody, and so was determined to make something of himself and become a true man of the world by getting to join the ancient motorcycle gang. He since potentially had those dreams expanded a bit by discovering that, hey, he's got the capacity to make a bit of money, and possibly he has family out there, but we'll chase that down a later date.
Okay, also online today we have Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I'm playing Euro, the human cyborg who is surfing the dark web and trying to figure out his troublesome past.
And potentially also able to introduce themselves, so maybe later, is M. Nope, that will be later. So, at the table today we have Gary.
Hi, I'm playing Raven. Raven is a young street thief who's only recently started this whole shadowrunning thing, discovered that it really is a great way to make credits, and along the way, well, there's a bit of violence and a lot of other fun that can take place. So far, enjoying it, tagging along with the group.
Also playing is Sean, who's just waiting for some food to arrive.
Yes. Still kind of a street over onto the GPS. I'm playing 404, the clone mecha pilot, who currently doesn't have a mech.
He should by the end of the story.
Yeah.
Well, this story bit. Then he'll be looking to upgrade it.
Yeah, really good at mechanics, piloting and driving, if you ignore the most recent time that she drove a car.
In game or in real life?
Probably both. I do not have a good driving record. Haven't lost my license yet though.
We have apologies from Ross and maybe other people joining us later.
Yep. Izzy said she'd be joining, but online.
Mm-hmm. Not there yet. Okay, so we have 5 people who are actually here at the moment, meaning we have lots of points available today, as I tend to roll pairs.
If we become doubles in there, I'm just going to be good doubles or bad doubles.
I can see 5 black dice and 4 white.
That is correct. I got 2 double whites and 2 double black. Now, considering double whites are rather hard to roll up, the only whites I did roll were doubles. So there are 3 of them. Oh, it's a double black. That's the hard one to roll up. There's only 1 double black.
Oh, and you got 2 of them.
Yeah. So we got lots of points to play with.
It's fairly even.
It's nice when it's even. So there are 5 dark and 4 light. Does anyone want to do the recap of where you're up to?
I could have a go and let others jump in with more detail. That helps.
If you want to.
We've been given a job to find a girl, teenage girl by the name of Fayette Myers. We traced her to a school, and then that she'd left the school. We then traced her to a bar where there'd been a massacre, but that might have been a red herring. We since investigated a clinic outside of Seattle called the Juzu Clinic, and gathered information there indicating that she may be headed north to the. Well, it's actually not north; it's southwest,
More west.
to a commune at Shoalwater. And she may be being pursued by a group of bad guys from that, somehow associated with that clinic. We actually don't have hard evidence of all this. This is just what the evidence we have points to. And so we were going to set off in pursuit of Anton Devinson. Dr. Eiffel. Oh God, my writing's bad. Yeah, an enemy team anyway of mages and mechs, including some Devinsu who's some sort of cacodemon, has a cacodemon syndrome.
I think the only other thing that we learnt was that she was meant to be the sacrifice to this other person to cure him.
That's right, yes. And we were being paid to do this by Fayette's aunt, who is trying to pretend to be Fayette's mother.
We also had the other clue for the her escape route was after catching up with the gangers of her elven ganger boyfriend who'd been kicked out of the gang because he was taking a smoothie, and yeah, that's it. They didn't have much, but they thought it was cool for evidence of the fact that they were headed up to this Shoalwater commune.
The main thing is that that party that's in pursuit of her sounds like they're quite powerful. So
well, they've got the backing of Ace technology, which obviously gives them effectively unlimited resources. But what we're hoping at the moment is that whilst they can call in unlimited resources, they haven't actually got them with them right now.
Yeah. It may be that they aren't expecting to be pursued in themselves, so maybe we might have an advantage there.
Though they are travelling in council lands, which basically mean that corporations don't have as much sway.
Okay.
Because the council lands don't like the corporations that much.
They might have unlimited resources, but they can't necessarily win Lord Bear easily.
And then, what would the council think of us?
Let's see. You have a couple of elves in the group, so they would probably look suspiciously at you and consider the whole cavity search aspect.
Oh, okay.
You have a troll, which is problematic. Trolls are not advisable for a lot of reasons, one of them being they're a lot larger than everyone else. They take up space, they can't get in everywhere, they weigh so much that if you don't have specialist suspension, your car is done the moment they try to sit in it.
Yeah.
And they need custom everything. and you have a clone, which they probably wouldn't even notice.
So they're probably not going to welcome us anymore. They're going to welcome that team from Aztec Technology.
But technically, whilst obviously yes, there's many humans in the party, the Sailor Sea, the American, the Armenians, well, they're probably more accepting of better humans than the general population in Seattle. So,
Well, they would definitely accept the dwarves and orcs far more readily than Seattle. It's the elves that make them think of Tirtangir, which is the elven nation on their borders, that they would be very suspicious of.
Okay.
So that's to the south, where Portland is.
yeah. But and so that's part of why one of the things that Desmond's doing as we're making a quick stop via Desktop Tower to pick up any gear that people need. Although I think we went to the Suzuki Clinic after there anyway, didn't we?
You did.
So we can probably go straight on to the road trip. But while we're going there, Desmond's going to try and pull some strings and flash some cash to actually get us appropriate visas or equivalent in the middle of the night.
I believe someone paid for the rush job visa.
Well, okay, certainly Desmond's willing to cash up. I'm sure that this can be reasonable expenses according to our contract to start.
That was you trying to do that last session. So you
I said I'm not going to try to do it. I was hoping to do it last session because then it's a one per session thing, but I'm happy to do it now.
Okay, so I believe you have to do a resource check to see if you can actually get it.
Negotiation with Fortnighly.
Which is negotiation because it's not a... Well, actually, I think it becomes... is it streetwise because technically it's not fully legal?
Yeah, but I'm trying to get legal items because I'm trying to get them quickly.
You're trying to get them faster than legally able to get them, so that's where the illegal part comes in. You're bypassing a lot of stops. So streetwise is the check, not negotiations.
I have black market contacts, if that's any help to you.
He does have that too, but between the two of you, you might be able to put together a better options. You know some guys, he knows some guys.
Yeah.
He spends way too much money.
Okay. Well, I might be able to at least give an assist or something. Streetwise is one of the skills I'm good at.
So Jeremy, what is your character's streetwise?
Streetwise is 2 yellow and a green.
So 2 yellow and a green. Okay, so getting support from...
Sorry, and a blue, so 2 yellow, green and a blue.
Getting support from Anton automatically adds 2 green because...
From Raven.
Raven, yeah. I do have some character bleed some days. And I will simply say your contacts are different to his, so you get an extra dice for contacts. How many blue dice did you say, Jeremy? Just one?
Just one, yeah.
Okay, so between...
he'll also take the strain to upgrade the skill check once with intense focus.
Yep.
And you've got black market contacts level 4, which just decreases the... it's got all so rarity goes down for by 4 if needed, but obviously increase the cost.
The book I want is on the bottom.
So I guess the question will be how rare it is, and how much we're looking at that. But.
Just getting the base price for stuff here. Depending on how well my hands work today. Here we go.
What's Raven's actual streetwise?
1 yellow, 4 green, and a blue. I've only got 1 rank. That's the problem.
Yeah, but that means that so actually it does a significant increase because that means we can use your cunning of 4
Cunning's 5 actually.
I'm trying to do 5, yes, because you've got that, yeah, so. Whereas with my skill of 2.
Okay, so you do know you have a guaranteed way of getting it. You just have to call in a favour, in which case you will owe someone a favour that they can just call in down the track.
Who are we calling in the favour from?
Basically, from Desmond's perspective, it would be the Ancients. From Raven's perspective, probably some other people who helped you out on the street.
Okay.
I know how difficult it's going to be to get if I don't call in a favour.
You're thinking because of urgency and out of hours, it would definitely be a rating 6, so you can drop it multiple points.
Down to a rating 2, but then what's the base cost we're looking at?
I believe the cost increases with the downgrade.
Yeah, the cost increase is 50% for each one, so.
Okay.
The base cost we're looking at though.
Let's say base of 100 for the permit.
Yeah.
So that means you're decreasing
And make it 300 because it's 50% base cost each time, so it's another 200. So 300 per visa, and we're looking for, we've got technically 7 of them, how do we?
Technically you will have, I'm going to say Womp's not with the group, depending on what happens. You'll have to figure out how he gets there otherwise, because he can't fit in the vehicle. Physically can't fit in, but the rest of you can be in the one van.
Okay. So that makes 6 of us technically. I think we'll try and do it without calling in favour first of all. And but we will try and bring the cost of the rarity down significantly, so make it, put in all 4, so it's 2 rarity and 300 base cost for each one, so 1800. And
So you could get another reduction from from Raven, bringing it up to 350 each and making a rarity 1.
yeah, we can go with that. Okay.
Because the lower the rarity, the easier it is, the quicker you can get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure I get to the correct way of finding things. Okay, so if you make it a rating 1, there is no dice pool against you. It's just your dice pool. Would you like one of the players to roll for you, Jeremy?
Might as well. Let's go, Raven. You're doing half the
You're
job.
trusting my dice rolling.
So that was, so it turned out it was
I've only got positive
3
dice.
yellow.
3 yellow, 2 blue, 2 green. No bad dice.
Yep.
Because you dropped it by 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave that for Martin to interpret.
Well, considering it's only positives, that ends up being...
I mean, it looks good.
That's because there's no negative dice.
Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 advantages. And how doing the advantages work?
Only 2 successes, 1 triumph, 1 success, when 1 and 2 successes.
Only 1 success, actually.
Oh, what's that one? I thought it was a triumph.
That is a advantage.
That is really crap
they're
rolling
all
on the yellow
advantages.
dice. Only
Okay, so
advantages.
in that case, I might use the 1 game session, because 1 success is going to take too long.
Oh,
to
that's
get,
a
isn't it?
triumph. Okay.
It will, yes.
Yeah, okay. So
Sorry, my dice rolling's crap.
keep the 1 success and we roll everything else, I guess.
And a blue dice.
No, I'll take that out so it doesn't bump. Okay,
That's
so
a triumph.
Finally, a triumph.
more at the same number of advantages that you had last time. I think a little bit more actually. And you got a triumph and 2 extra successes. So it ends up being a triumph with 2 net successes and 8 advantages. So yes, they are able to send you a digital copy of your visas to your phone.
Marvellous. And that was at 350 times 6 is 2100.
Yeah.
Okay, so and that accounted for visas being obtained out of hours at the last moment.
Yeah. But at least now, we should be a lot faster if we get stopped by any border patrols or anything like that. So.
Okay, so is Desmond going to drive the whole way, or is he going to let someone else go behind the wheel?
What sort of time is the drive for how many hours?
Just looking out now, partly because I have no idea. I'm just going by what they wrote in the books.
Yeah,
Well, they give a half-hour mark for doing something, but they don't actually say how long the thing takes.
If you let 404 drive, I can go faster. I have a skill that lets me speed.
It looks like the distance would be a couple of hours drive.
Though considering how close Seattle technically is to the coast, it shouldn't be that long.
Yeah, but it depends a lot on the road.
Yeah, and obviously the roads were different in 2050 than they are right now as well. But okay, if you take a couple of hours or less, then Desmond will certainly plan on driving the whole way.
I'll go for about maybe 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
We are on a time limit, and 404 can make the car go faster. If you want to let 404 drive.
Well, he can exceed the speed limit anytime he wishes to.
Yes.
And Desmond's seen 404 driving.
I've reread the skill. I can make the car go faster than its top speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, Desmond's seen your skill of driving.
That wasn't a driving issue, that was a perception issue.
You don't trust it by now.
How comfortable is the car? I'm thinking we're going in the middle of the night. I'm thinking about, can I nap in the car?
You can.
we just
Does it
get
have
around.
carpeting, or is it just seats in the back?
It'd be cozy. But obviously, if you try and board as a runner's utility option, so it's not designed to be a limousine by any stretch. It's designed to be carry all your gear and maintain reasonable comfort. But
Okay, so basically, leaving Seattle, you see a curtain of trees screening the Salish territories from the black kilometers of the Interstate Route 12, because you're basically taking the interstate route. The occasional long-haul rig lumbers past, while the battered station wagon and pickup trucks of tribal holdings dominate the road. When the breeze blows from the north, you can smell the Pacific Ocean. As you're traveling along, you see flashing lights in the darkness as a patrol car has come out behind you. One of the native patrols.
Okay.
I'm assuming that I wasn't actually speeding, or at least not speeding ridiculously. And
No, but you have the perfect smuggler style vehicle.
yeah. So the
I hide the ones I got, my chrome-plated pistol, which I'm yet to sell.
if the certainly Desmond will like to slow down, confirm that the lights are for us, and if they're indicating for him to pull over, he will pull over and make sure everyone's got their visas ready and say, let's keep moving on as quickly as we can. So,
Well, they are pulling behind you, and you do get a notification pop up on your system saying a request has come for you to pull over.
yep.
And you see two officers get out of the vehicle, their eyes glowing in the darkness.
Okay. Being America, I'm assuming this is not the sort of one where it's not appropriate to get out of the car first, or even second. So.
Generally in America, it's hands visible at all times.
That's right, get your hands on the wheel and wait for them to cover the window.
Actually, I believe it's stick it out the window so they can see it before they go.
Yeah.
Because they have been modifying it over time, and they prefer it if your hands are visible at all times.
So, well, in that case then, Declan will quite happily have his hands out saying, hey, yeah, officer, what's the problem? You've got visas.
Okay, you can hear the sound of a weapon being readied. Sounds like a rifle behind you.
Uh-huh.
As one of the officers comes up, you have a feeling they're used to this sort of thing, where people shoot first and don't answer any questions.
Yeah.
He asks you for your visa.
Yep, so he's got an app ready to go, and
He looks at it and says, "How did you get someone to authorize this at this time of night?" he says.
because it was necessary, we were in a hurry, but okay. It's all appropriate, all the paperwork's done.
You are here on business or pleasure, he says.
Unfortunately, business. So, which is why it needed to be done quickly. So,
Okay, luckily your permit allows for that. Do you have any illegal drugs or weaponry on board?
we wouldn't try and cop the orders of that kind of thing, sir. Huh? Okay. But as I said, is there any concerns or issues at the moment, sir? We keep moving?
Well, do you have any idea what speed you're doing?
I was carefully sticking to the limit, sir. We're in a hurry, but so. Certainly don't want to be slowed down by having to explain any issues. So.
Okay, so he goes on for a little bit longer, and you believe he's in the middle of a shakedown, delaying you because hey, you said you're in a hurry.
Yep. Well, so.
He might need to. The wheel's not.
I'm happy that if we can make this a negotiation, and if it looks like if I interpret the fact that he's looking for some additional, then I'm happy to grease the palms a bit to get the whole thing moving.
Yep, we shall go down that path. If you roll well, he won't see it as a bribe. If you roll poorly, he'll see it as a bribe.
Okay.
They even have a patrol officer card. Okay, so what is your how are you going to try to bribe him? Are you going to be charming? Are you going to be intimidating? Are you going to be factual?
Okay, like he's just told me to calm him, explain the situation.
Basically going with, are you using charm, coercion, negotiation? You
Charm.
can technically lose leadership as well, and deception. They're all useful.
Is it possible to assist this in some way?
There is. And what is Desrin's... so you're using charm, you said?
Yep.
And we've got...
And you'll put in 200 to grease the palms, so it's effectively 5 yellow and a green. Plus whatever any else you've been.
Okay, so... I believe
Sorry,
I believe that Raven helping you can throw in his disarming smile,
Very disarming smile, yeah.
giving you 3 blue.
I just note that it's really tough on the officers to be working such a late night, and it's good that they're attentive and making sure that we're all safe and there are no problems anywhere. And
And I
really
believe
appreciate all the help they're
he's
giving.
also savvy as well.
Mm.
Though technically you have 2 dice for savvy.
and I'll take the strain and make that green into a yellow as well.
You make that green into a yellow and take 1 strain. I haven't checked to see what people should have held over from the last session yet, but I'll just add you a new
I thought we got rid of all our strain.
Last session we had no strain, but we had wounds on Womp, on Nero.
Yeah.
So I'll just copy that onto copy that into here, and that means I'll have a reference to be able to use. Okay, so that is the positive dice pool. The negative dice pool is not that great,
Okay, it seems like a bit of overkill, really.
but as you haven't spent a story point, I will spend 1 and make it a red. Okay, he gets an automatic success on his rolls because that's part of his lawman. Mm-hmm. And did you want to play to roll for you, or did you want me to roll for you, Jeremy?
Hey, man. You got dice in you.
Apparently I rolled a triumph for you.
Just 1 out of all those dice, though.
So that ends up being quite a success with a triumph. Apparently you get his number in case there's any problems.
Thank you.
Which he hands to Raven, because Raven was doing all the smiling.
Mm.
I think he likes you.
I make it look like I really am interested in his number.
Because that is potentially a contact to add to you permanently.
Oh, okay.
So when you
I
get
was
things like
thinking,
that...
I was thinking more like sucking him in and then throwing him out, but you know, that's just.
Okay.
You can do that with your contacts.
If it's going to be important, I could spend the triumph to get an additional 2 successes.
Cocktail in Salish lands, isn't it?
The Salish side lands, yes. Which means if you have any questions, that's the sort of person you can call up and go, hey, theoretically. Okay.
Hey, theoretically, when we rolled this bank.
Well, say theoretically, if we rob this bank and we're going down this thing, what would you suggest we do?
Well, possibly more importantly would be theoretically, or actually, have they noticed any others this evening in a hurry trying to get...
Has it been a busy night? Has it been a busy night, officer? Have you had to stop quite a few people who are driving too fast?
They have stopped quite a few people tonight. There is quite a lot of drunken disorderlies out of Seattle.
Oh,
Apparently,
look shocked and
they turned to the wrong way and left the city.
look shocked and appalled.
You can't enjoy the drive if you're drunk.
Yeah, he knows he's already arrested 5 above his quota today.
Oh, well done.
And probably
Keeping us all safe.
Spared quite a few families of grief of them killing themselves or others.
Yes, very important.
Though as none of you scanned as taking drugs right now, he will let you pass.
Mm. Thank
Thank
you.
you, officer. Have a good night.
Basically, he had an inbuilt breathalyzer thing. So while you're talking at him, he was scanning you all. And I noted down none of your characters had alcohol in the near point or drugs. So if it had been Nero might have been pinged with his slap patch.
The guy also used a slap patch.
You did? Let's see.
I think I used a
Bolt
med
has, Nero has, 404 has. Technically, Raven and Raven has as well.
I'd use
Technically, the
almost.
only person who's important is Desmond, because he's the only driver.
And he was the one in the window. I'm assuming you were in the other front seat because it was the compass.
Okay, yeah. I thought I was in the back seat because I'm the smallest, but
I put a booster seat in the front seat for you.
Okay, so yes, he says be on your way, no speeding. They have sensors set up along the highway for just those stupid people.
Absolutely, officer. Okay. We're in a hurry, but no point rushing to meet a deadline.
And then he waves you on.
we'll have to work out how those sensors work for future reference.
Yeah. In the background, you see him unloading his rifle, not by firing, doing the whole readying it and putting it away. So you expect they don't actually have fully loaded guns in their car because sometimes that's stupid.
Mm. On the way back, we'll have to check their sensors to see how they work. You don't want to get caught again.
Might just be pressure points on the road.
Or drones.
Yeah, but whatever, The last thing you want is the cops monitoring you.
Well, I'm sure they have an automated system that tickets you at the same time as detecting you and potentially removing it from whatever funds the car has to keep its license going. And if you get enough tickets, your car becomes unregistered and you then have to pay a fine for driving unregistered.
Okay, and lots of opportunities for corruption in that system.
There is. Because that's what Shadowrun is.
Mm.
Where you're trying to avoid the corruption, avoid the paying the things, and then having to pay the fees everywhere. So you continue on. I will have Desmond make a resilience check as he's driving. Because you've had a long day and this is way into the night.
Mm.
Okay. Well, it's probably important, so we'll go with 2 yellow, and I'll take a strain to get a green by upgrading.
Yep.
Are you going to strain yourself into unconsciousness while driving?
No, it's only a couple of strains so far.
Which means it's probably a good time to introduce Am Bolt.
Hello, I played Bolt, your ever-lovable puppy, and not the sharpest bolt in the shed. I presume I'm in human form while we're travelling through these areas, given the knowledge that of the not quite as welcoming of hybrids or people
Technically, dog person would get well looked after here because you fit their tribal beliefs.
And you could be a cute dog too. No one's going to be criticising a cute dog.
Well, no, but he's saying like my hybrid form might actually give us a pass too.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well, technically, if you're in dog form, could have saved 250 credits. Wouldn't have needed to buy a visa.
I might need
You
to have a
didn't ask.
license to demonstrate that you're not rabid or something. I'd make up something. I'm sure they would.
I'm sure they
You normally ask me to go in dog form, so I just presumed human because that's what normally has to happen.
I do feel like probably a bit like easier at the moment, yes.
Probably still a good thing to have, just in case Bulk does get caught in human form.
Okay, so it actually does have them giving you some information because you were actually they got truck stops along the way. Okay. Yes, you do come across a truck stop about halfway there.
Is where we stop for snacks, is it?
Where you stop for snacks, recharging, and
Quick caffeine break.
yep, and that sort of thing does come in handy.
What's the security like? Because I'm always tempted to pinch something.
Security here seems fairly lax. There's even a tip jar with bits of like lollies put in the tip jar, and
Okay.
some candy that has also been put in there.
All right. I probably filch a couple of cheap bars or something like that.
They have a people can scan what they pay for on the way out with the
This
clerk.
is too easy. It's almost like not worth trying.
But there are cameras everywhere.
Okay.
So, do you want to make a stealth check to steal stuff?
Well, for cameras everywhere, are there spots where there are no cameras?
As far as you can tell, there are, unless they're hidden.
Unless they're
Lee Desmond has had word to you about your kleptomania before and how much you interfere with the job on the run. He's got no credit. Your kleptomania is not when we're on duty or on the run, but when you're on the run, be more professional.
all right. Do I need to make
Steal on the way home, I believe.
do on the way home? All right.
Is that about it, Jeremy?
Desmond's dealt with Raven's kleptomania in the last couple of weeks when he's been around and saying, hey, I don't care about that. Don't get, if you get caught, it's up to you, but don't stuff up with your because of it.
And you do notice that your group is the whitest group in the truck stock,
Raven's not white.
but your group is the whitest group in the truck
The
stock.
rest of us are
Yeah,
white.
okay, the rest of you. Okay. All right, so I can plausibly not be hanging around them. As
Okay, yes.
As I'm.
You'd probably have some people asking you quietly, have they abducted you?
No, but I wouldn't trust them.
She's adopted.
Don't trust them. Keep a good eye, close eye on them.
I can call the police if you like.
Probably not worth the police at the moment.
I'm sure they won't mind. They're always good looking. They're always good at looking after tradespeople.
Yeah. I think we'll let it go for the moment. Just keep a close eye on them.
Okay, so you end up with a couple of truckers giving you their number in case you need help dealing with these
I'm
white
going to
folk.
need a phone book here. Little black book. Thank them for the numbers. So I'm seriously tempted to actually. No, I'm just resisting the temptation to actually get them into trouble. But no, I won't.
Well, one would think that if Raven, okay, unless it's literally insanity, kleptomania, or things like that, you know you're risking about 15,000 to 20,000 credits
Yeah, I know.
if you cut it up.
When I go
When are you
into
going to get that out of the picture?
when I go into a shop, I usually come out with something I didn't pay for. It's just the way I work.
And Desmond's got no concern. Hey, he does the same thing half the time. But it's a time and place.
Time and place.
Can I have a look over the van, see if there's like anything that needs to be fixed, or perhaps a tracking thing that's been added to the van
Sure.
that wasn't there originally?
Give me. So are you using a tech scan or are you just using your sight?
Just probably whichever one lets me use mechanics.
Well, it's normally our perception to find bugs and stuff like that, or computers if you're using a scanner, and mechanics to check for any thing that needs work.
I'll just do anything that needs work then. 'Cause I'm not
Okay.
good at the other two things.
So what is your mechanics?
It is 3 yellows, a green, and 2 blues.
Would you like to upgrade your check? No. Okay. So to find something that may be out of place is a hard check for you.
Okay.
because Desmond normally does work it pretty well. I'll let you do your roll. You're here.
Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so there is success. You do find that there are a few issues here. The tire pressure is not great for the long distance travel. Fantastic for city driving, but not optimized for road travel. The suspension seems to be also optimized for the bad areas of Seattle, but not for highway travel or off-road, or the off-road travel without some streets there. But hey, I'm sure you can tweak some of that while Desmond's inside dealing with the kleptomaniac.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, well, no, so Desmond's not dealing with kleptomaniac at all. It's saying the fact that there's been previous discussions.
I didn't say if he was dealing with a person as a kleptomaniac or himself as a kleptomaniac, because both they are both kleptomaniacs.
I'm not a kleptomaniac.
You just steal something all the time.
Sticky
I
fingers.
steal things. That's all.
It's a compulsion to do it.
Well, it's just a habit. Particularly, I'm feeling hungry, and there's a Gumby bar there, and I quite like those ones. The ones with lots of nuts, they're good.
Okay. So, while you're there, does anyone do anything besides grab some food while the place is being while the vehicle's getting a recharge to keep it going?
Desmond's happy to chat to people to see if there's anything interesting happening on the evening or stuff like that. So.
Okay, so I will make that. I'm going to make it a charm check for you to see if they'll actually talk to you. So, what's your charm again?
We'll go 3 yellow and a green. I won't mind I'm trying to use those straight on this because I'm not really expecting anything, I'm more just polite.
Okay, so there are chances of getting stuff. Are you going to spend a story point?
No, well, okay, like, for me, I'm working on the idea that, yes, having not counted on the idea that there was stuff that could be gained, I will keep with my original plan of, hey, I'm being polite, I'll talk to people. So,
Someone like to roll for him?
Where you going with green? What are you going to there? Where you go?
You trust me?
Absolutely. If you're busy, you can't go around kleptomania.
I don't think there's no despair there, and there's no triumph.
So those cancel themselves out. They cancel themselves out.
There's just a couple of advantages.
You failed to get anyone on your side, but you did get 2 advantages.
Well, I'm giving some of that strain I've been recuperating.
So yes, you have recuperated your strain from your trip. Anyone else wish to try to speak to the locals?
I don't speak to the locals, but if what I've done to the van counts as repairs, it gains 2 extra whole trauma points.
Mm-hmm. Well, it hasn't taken any trauma at this stage, but it does seem to be better suited for the longer trip you're doing.
Okay.
What's the derogatory nickname applied to whites in this area?
Pinkies, probably. Pinkies.
Pinkies is probably the correct term.
Yeah. Just sort of ask someone, where do all these pinkies go? They go to that Shoalhaven place? Is that where they're headed?
They laugh and say pinkies don't really go anywhere. They end up spending all their money and going home.
Okay, I laugh at that. Just go on playing along with them.
Though they do say a lot of them head west somewhere.
Head west somewhere, okay.
Shoalwater.
So they believe they're heading towards the Elven Lodge in Shoalwater.
The Elven Lodge. Oh, it's an Elven Lodge. Oh, okay.
Because hey, I'm sure getting more problems is what you need right now. Okay, so no one managed to actually get them talking, so you didn't get the extra hints from them at the truck stop before you head off.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say Bolt was gonna maybe say hi. Sorry, I was just eating dinner, so I didn't want to, talk with my mouth full.
All good. So what is Bolt's, how is Bolt going to do? Is Bolt going to try to charm or negotiate with the locals?
I don't think I want to charm them. I'm not very charming.
Well, you can lie your butt off to them.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that gives you 6 dice if you lie.
yeah, I know that.
That's why I was
That's
suggesting
not
it.
good line. That's gonna always do it.
Just because I have 5 green and a yellow on deception doesn't mean I
Wow.
won't lie.
Funnily enough, deception's also my best skill.
Which is one of my worst skills.
Can I force information out of people, Martin?
You can. You can be that, that white American doing the usual. Hey you, redneck, tell me this.
Yeah.
So,
Bolt would probably be more asking, like, what are things to look out in this area? Like, Bolt loves nature. Like, he wants to know about different places. Like, he,
I believe from Bolt's
out in this wide
perspective,
expanse, like,
so from what you're saying, Bolt's thing would be a charm roll.
a charm roll? Okay.
Are you going to upgrade your check because you have a yellow and a green?
I will. I also need to find where I put my dice.
So that's 2 yellow versus 3 purple.
3 purple. 2 yellow. So that is a success and a advantage.
Okay, so they keep talking about something cooking at the Elven Lodge in Shoalhaven around you, but you don't seem to have charmed them enough to tell you anything else. And what was Nero's coercion?
Coercion?
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist Nero on that and not add anything but give him an automatic advantage?
3 yellow, 1 green.
3 yellow and 1 green. Okay, so are you going to upgrade your dice pool? Okay, so with coercion in this place, that will bring you up to 3 red.
Ooh. I mean, they are rednecks after all. They are built. They're built southern tough.
Though I believe they're in the northern states.
Years of migration, I guess. That'll be a success and 2 advantages.
Okay, you also hear a lot of chatter about something cooking at the Elven Lodge in Shoalhaven.
Okay.
I should have gone before bolt, but that's fine.
That's okay.
Because I have a cool ability in my coercion. I would have made it a bit easier for bolt or anyone for that fact.
Good cop and bad cop.
Yeah, bad cop.
Is
Which means that I could spend 2 advantages to make it to upgrade a check. So,
filching small things is which skill is that?
That would be stealth.
It's not skullduggery then.
Oh, you could do skullduggery as well. Let me see. Did you skullduggery?
steal their pocket notes. Do it.
Oh, no, actually, skullduggery is correct because it's for attempting to pick a physical lock or pocket. Yeah, so skullduggery is the correct one to steal stuff.
Well, I just want to make off with a few extra protein bars and then be prepared to pay for it if someone challenges me.
And what is your skullduggery?
1 yellow, 4 green, and a blue. I'm not trying to get rich, with
Would you like to
stuff.
upgrade your check?
Don't think so. Oh, you can spend strain to do that, can't you?
Is
that
Not unless you've got the right colour.
You need the right
Mark's
skill,
talk-
do you? Oh, you need
Yeah.
toughness.
Mark's talking about upgrade by using a fake die. A fake
Nah,
one.
not a fake die. Cause I'm only spilling protein bars, nut ones, predominantly ones with nuts.
Okay, so
Hope you're not allergic.
in that case, I will also increase the threat level on that one. So you have that as your dice.
Okay. And I don't have things like yellow dice, unfortunately.
Okay, so that is a interesting result of the despair.
Oh, it's a despair, isn't it? The one dice reduced to despair. Oh, that's brilliantly done.
That's why the red dice are put in there.
I don't know what most of it means. I'll show everyone else. What does that mean?
Okay, so these 3 are threats, cancelled out by advantages. So there's one there and one there, getting rid of that one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, that means it is 4 net successes. And you have a threat and a despair.
Okay. Don't know what that means. This is me learning the game system, really.
Okay. Okay, so Desrin is at the counter watching through the monitors, Raven putting power bars into her pockets.
I've got one for everyone.
As it appears to zoom in on her stealing stuff.
Gee, they got good gear, have they? Jeez.
A despair is basically you've done something memorable and traceable to you.
Okay.
Declan sees the attendant looking on the camera at the same, noticing on the camera at the same time, and he's up there playing stuff. Says, "Oh, that might be a bit of a few extra protein bars added to the bill."
It's no fun.
Well, you stole. You believe you stole. You just don't know what was paid for.
Okay, all right. I thought I was successful, but I don't know that Desrin actually paid for the protein bars.
Yep.
And you will know. Fuck me.
Well, I'll give you a protein bar later. I'll give one to 404 who didn't come inside. You must be hungry.
Did you pay for this?
In a way. They're not going to miss it.
Well, by the time you come out, you don't know if he paid for it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm not
Certainly.
stolen food.
When we get on the road again, I'm definitely having words to Raven. Said, "What the heck did I tell you about not
There's only
stuffing up a job?"
It's only protein bars.
And what? We had time to get stopped by the police. Did you get carried away?
No.
You were so fumble-handed about it that they saw it on the cameras. I saw it on the cameras.
Did it? Oh, okay. I go, damn bloody
Don't
cat.
do it, job.
Oh.
Ever.
You made Dad mad.
Some of Dad's just too hung up, I think.
Okay. And I love how the book is telling me to go to this section and it will tell you what happens here. Okay. And that's the very start of the book.
Start your adventure again.
So Martin, I'll subtract you an extra 50 credits to cover over the situation.
That will work.
Gee, these protein bars are expensive. 50 credits.
Well, he's also paying for them to hopefully forget about you.
Okay.
Oh no, the footage got deleted.
Yeah, I love this. It says, see the schedule in the introduction, and the introduction is the first few pages of the book, which has no schedule.
I hate it when information's bad.
It is a backup product. What are you expecting?
To have my brain leak out the side as I try to understand the logic behind what they've written.
Yeah.
Okay, so expectations met.
Okay, so you get back on the road, and as you do so, you're watching the time slowly count away as there's occasional lights flashing by. The road feels rather endless as you're jumping off the 12 and going onto the 101. I'm not exactly sure why you're going onto the 101. Because you're trying to get down to
It's a shortcut.
I understand.
Let me bring that up for
We're
you.
turning off here,
Yeah.
and that road there is the 101.
Okay, so does the 12 go down? I thought the 12 just goes across.
So I think
Yeah, but the 101 goes north-south. So you've gone across to Aberdeen, and then you're going south a bit to get down below that inlet to get the Shoalhaven off to the west.
Yeah, but you want to get down to here,
Yeah.
and 101 goes away from it and then down.
Yeah, but the idea that there's I would expect if it's going down the 101, there's an east-west road that's not marked between the 101 and Shoalhaven.
Yeah, I'm expecting it's part way down that curve. But you can't really guarantee these things.
No, that's right. Unless, there might be a road that follows that coastline with that inlet. But,
That was what I was expecting.
Either way, you've got to go down 101 a little bit to get along that coastline. So.
it would help if we could tell which ones were borders and which ones were roads.
The road is the border.
That helps.
Because I'm simplifying things in some cases.
Well, like I say, because there's certainly a darker line there. You've got the Pacific Ocean on the left-hand side, and then you've got like a sort of a duckhead bill-shaped inlet,
Mm-hmm.
and Shoalhaven appears to be on the south side of that inlet. So yeah, so there might be a road that goes along the inlet, the coastline border, but yeah.
That's what I was assuming.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
So the fact that the behind the scenes says to get to North Cove, the runners must use the interstate routes 12 and 101. And looking at the map, it's like, what the?
We use interstate routes. Don't worry too much whether they're 12, 101 or anything else.
They could have at least have had a here's the road you take to get there on the map to show you how to get there.
Mm.
Well, it looks like the fact that it'd be Shoalhaven 101 and then an unnamed road.
Yeah. It just would have been nice if they had have actually shown even an unnamed road or said there's a road along the curve.
Or
Well,
maybe
if
something
they're going to put a map, you might as well put a map or put the road all the way to the target as opposed to...
It's much like the other maps where they talk about something being somewhere, but there's no reference on the map, and then when you actually look it up in the real world, you find it's nowhere where you thought it was. Not by the descriptions you were given.
I think it's quite simple. That road is just like 101 Street. It's not the 101 highway, which is south. That street is just called the 101.
Well, they specify the interstate routes 101.
It's an even longer name. It's the Interstate 101 Street.
Maybe the road into Shoalwater is a dirt road. That's why it doesn't get marked on the map. It's not important enough. So we have to go through bumpy roads,
I
rutted
think
roads.
we're all just overthinking this. It's a road.
Okay.
Well, if it is a bumpy road, then Dave would got further reason to look over his shoulder at 404 and he had the car set up for less than perfect ideal conditions. And Connor went and changed it.
I set it up for long drives. We can stop and fix it. It will take me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you notice your tyres have been optimized for the not Seattle streets, but for the Badland highways.
But okay, I'll tell you, Jason certainly notices the difference in handling.
It seems to handle a lot better.
Yep.
Must just be your driving skills.
No, okay. He would have recognised the workmanship involved.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, as I said, and like I say, it would say, oh yeah, good option, good choice. Until we hit these dirt roads, if we hit the dirt roads, oh, hang on.
If we get to dirt roads, we can stop for 5 minutes and I can fix it.
Hey, the highways and the dirt roads aren't much different, but when you compare it to the Seattle streets, you need the solid tires for Seattle streets because you don't know what else is there, and you need spongy for the highway and the dirt tracks.
Anyway, we will.
But spike
keep
wheels also
moving
work
forward.
just as well.
How are we doing for time? When are we going to get to Shoalwater?
You believe you're going to get there about 3-4 a.m.
So it'll still be dark.
It will definitely be.
So after Raven almost got the call there, now Raven's going, are we there yet?
No,
Are we there yet?
I'm just wondering how we're going to find these people and find Fayette. If we're arriving before dawn, everyone's still asleep and it's dark. I don't know what success we're going to have finding anyone.
And we're looking for, what, 2 teenagers on a motorbike?
Well, no, we're looking for a place called Shoalwater. Is it on the map?
It is technically on the map.
So therefore,
Yeah, but there's also
we can certainly keep heading towards Shoalwater. If we find them on the way, great. If we don't, well, I mean, we wouldn't be expecting to find Fayette on the road because Fayette and was it Nick
Yep.
the elf?
had a 2-day head
They left
start.
a good 72 hours before us, didn't they?
They did.
So if they're still on the road for an hour and a half ride, they've gone Gilligan's Island.
But that is if they left straight away when when they dropped off the grid.
Yeah.
They may have slept, gotten supplies, but bummed around a little bit and then taken off.
Yeah, and we actually don't know that they went to Shoalwater. We're just guessing that's what they did.
No, that's right, but that's right. But
There's a lot of
assuming the
evidence
guess is
for it,
correct,
so-
we're expecting them to have reached Shoalwater unless they never reached it. So the
Okay.
people we're trying to beat are the Dr. Vanescu and his cohort, who we know only left a couple hours before us.
Okay, so after you pass through Aberdeen and find the dirt track heading out to Shoalwater, where it is literally a car's width road. They haven't needed to pave anything out here for a long time.
I'll just get buried in the sand.
Yeah. And You do see that there are lots of tracks in the ground in front of you as you're zooming along.
And so, the place is used, even if it's not, the road's not well maintained. So.
Yeah, it looks like it's basically sand that has fallen into a strip of ground where the sides are manicured roughly, and the drive area is basically just sand.
Okay, that's not going to be good for. Yeah.
Does mean that a good wind will blow away most traces.
But it also means you could spin the wheels, get stuck, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also means then that, like I say, the tracks that we're seeing are recent.
And the soft spongy tyres is what works best on sand.
Mm.
Bigger surface area. Okay, so driving along, you eventually get points of light in the distance. You can see a community with buildings and flashing lights to indicate where their communication towers are, so people don't fly into them by accident. As you know, night people who aren't looking might do.
They have enough people flying in that's actually an issue.
Well, a lot of communities will have on tall towers a flashing point, so if anyone is flying along, they will see it.
Mm.
Especially for emergencies.
Okay.
And normally large buildings also have flashing lights on them that you can see from above.
The planes also usually do as well.
And what looks to be a windmill with its blades flashing. Looks like someone's put LED strips on the sides of the blades.
Mm.
They give a soft glow. Go, Jeremy.
But I was want to be sure that they're not affected by low flying aircraft.
CNBC.
This is the first time I've been out of Seattle, so no, it's just all new.
And as you pull into the community, you can see that there seems to be two natively dressed occupants with what look like sniper rifles waiting for you.
Okay.
One of them looks like it's a hunting rifle, and the other one looks like he can take down a dragon if needed.
Oh, okay.
Well, hey,
We'll approach,
Yeah.
we'll approach cautiously and obviously.
Trolls are a thing. Some people can't get past the troll skin with a normal weapon.
Okay.
So a armor-piercing, heavy caliber round is basically their way of stopping the unwanted beasts from hitting their encampments.
Yeah. So we're in Shoalwater.
You're on the edges of Shoalwater, and there is a wooden barrier across the roadway.
Okay. Is it just sort of like a boom gate, or is it something more than that?
It looks more like logs have been rolled out onto the road.
Okay.
You think they must have known someone was coming.
I don't know.
Or they don't expect visitors at night and they make sure that they don't come through by surprise.
Since I've never been here before and first time out of Seattle, it could be normal as far as I'm concerned.
So, like I said, Declan's driving up cautiously, obviously, and we'll pause at the gate / barricade. And call out to one of the guards.
You see the one with the big gun has it pointed right at your engine block.
Greetings, friends.
While the other one comes up and says, why are you travelling here so late at night?
Because we are trying to track down a friend who we believe has approached here, but we need to do it quickly because there are significant bad forces following her.
Can you be more specific, he says.
Well, let's go. I mean, I don't know whether or not you'd know that, but let's go. We have a young lady that went missing. Well, it turned out she almost certainly ran away herself to escape some forces that are trying to track her down and follow her for more than likely nasty deeds. And so it would appear, from the fact that everything is still standing, that we did fortunately get here first before they following her.
And he says, from your accent, you don't seem to be a native to Tietangier.
I don't know, I grew up in Seattle.
Do you have any allegiance to Tietangier?
Them uppity elves.
What was the name of the aunt of Fayette? I'm trying to find my notes. She was calling herself Diana, but we know that's not a real name.
Did we know her real name?
Yeah, somebody did a IT search or something and found all this background information.
I believe the spider of Desrin Tower gave you information on the aunt dressed up as her mother's avatar from her hacking days.
Right, we also found out
and the
the
conspiracies behind that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the aunt was actually from Shoalhaven.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that was Martha Newblood, or Marty Van, depending on which name you got.
I think I got both.
Yeah,
I
here we
did a
are.
pretty
Marty
good roll
Van,
for that
a.k.a. Martha Newblood. Found it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, certainly, yeah. If we've got the idea that
We're working.
Martha was
We're
from
working for her.
Shoalhaven,
Working for her.
then certainly Declan will drop her name as well.
Okay, so they seem to sigh of relief and going, well, at least she hired the right sort, she says. You have sort of a understanding that they probably, as a community of elves, are probably quite racist themselves.
Yes. Well, he was taking a bit of a gamble with the trying to interpret what the own actions towards accusing Guy with the questions about. He said when he was saying uppity elves.
You do suspect from his accent he has ties to Tietangier himself.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't appear he has allegiance to it.
Yeah.
So you guessed right.
Okay. Except when he asked the questions, it sounded like he didn't like it.
He pushes the logs out of the way, and you see most of the logs have some sort of hidden spikes designed to hit the wheel and lodge itself in place.
It was very least shred the ties.
Oh no, most ties don't shred that easily in Shadowrun. You'd have to be very unlucky to shred it. But if the log gets stuck to your wheel, and that means your wheel won't turn anymore.
Yep.
As it sort of damages the undercarriage of your vehicle. Jamming a wheel is far more successful in Shadowrun.
Yep.
Okay, so as you guys head in and figure out how you're going to win over a community of elves to not shoot you on sight when they realise there's non-elves amongst you, I'm just going to duck to the bathroom.
Well, stay in the background and let the elves take the lead. With two of us.
Now, we're going to make the elves great again.
Well, I was gonna say I could either turn into a cute puppy and be the mascot again.
we could pretend to be the subordinates, the
How many,
the
aside from
gangers.
Dexter, do we have any other elves?
I don't think so. I think the rest of us are humans and trolls.
Yeah, unless I
Well,
think
we
Izzy.
don't patrol
Izzy
here,
was a
so...
Bro, Izzy was a wolf, I think.
But yeah,
But I don't think she's with us though.
yeah.
So no, the answer is you.
I think we had I think Tarlin was an elf, maybe.
Oh, yeah, Talon's no, but we haven't
Yeah.
seen
But she hasn't been
her.
around for a while, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's why I was thinking there were more elves in the party, but yes.
You know, they were. They're just
Yeah.
not with us right now.
Yeah, no, that's right then.
They're off doing elf things.
Well, okay, if you're happy to follow Declan's lead, you'll basically you claim that, oh, yep, you're part of the security, the team is coming in to help defend the whole place if needed, to stop them when these and to save Fayette. And let's face it, Martha hired everyone, so...
Okay.
Did this job... Who was the original contact on this job?
I think it was you.
It was Declan? I think it might have been. I just kind of went for so...
My first notes are about Desrin Tower, so
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they got directly in contact with Desrin to give us this job.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think
So,
it was someone
if it hadn't been Declan, then again it was Martha that was first brought the non-elves involved. But yeah, Declan, okay, Martha was aware that non-elves were involved, so... Yeah. So we're coming in and Declan probably suggests that, hey, just give it a moment in the car and I'll actually have a quick word with them. But make sure everyone's aware that the team coming in to support is not all of the one true race. So, but on the plus side, they're not from Tier Tire.
you could just make it clear you're in charge and we're just your underlings.
Oh, hey, Declan does that anyway. So,
I'm from Louisiana. I don't think that makes a difference.
well, it's not teasing you. So. But
I'm happy to start calling you boss for a while, just to
therefore, Declan might get used to it. Yeah, so Declan gets out of the car first, confirms that there is, like, if there's a welcoming party or anything like that, but you'll aim to ensure that anyone who's watching us get out is at least aware that, hey, not just elves, and we're here to help. Is Martha here?
Yes, they basically say Martha's here. They bring you in. Do you need her straight away, or can I wait till morning?
Well, from our understanding, the Cuckoo Clinic hit squad could be here almost any minute, couldn't they?
That is correct.
Yeah.
They may even be scouting the outside of the location now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Declan will say, hey, if she's got any say in town, then yep, she needs to know, and hey, the make sure you monitor your watch towers, because attack could be coming at any time, quite literally.
Have I gotten things mixed up?
And like I said, I'm surprised that it's still strong. I'm surprised we got here in time that it's still standing.
So, the person we're trying to find was coming here, and the person who hired us to find her is here.
Yes.
We only think the person we were trying to find is coming here. It was just the best guess from the information we had.
Well, you expect that she hadn't arrived here when you were hired.
Yeah.
Well,
But it does mean that, yes, the concern will be that she might say, oh yeah, no, let's call you guys, no, job's over, we don't need you anymore. I found her.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be more the fact that it's going to turn into you need to defend us more than anything else.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if the aunt is here and the niece has shown up, surely the aunt would have contacted us by now to say, hey, she's shown up.
Might not have because she didn't want to alert this clinic to the fact that she's here. At least earlier than now.
As far as Dex was concerned, we've still completed the job, so she can still pay up. The girl got back to her safely, therefore we succeeded.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find your that Desrin is taken to speak to Marty, while the others are able to wait in the comfort of their van.
Get out and stretch my legs.
You do find a red dot on you.
A red dot. From where?
Probably a laser pointer pointing at you.
Looking up, there is that guy with that big weapon has a laser pointer on you.
Okay. Do you want a protein bar?
He just looked at it and
He's
says,
probably not within shouting, he's probably only within shouting distance.
Oh,
right there.
he's like he's in a tower or something, is he?
he's probably about maybe 300 meters away.
Oh, Christ. Okay.
It's a laser pointer with a sniper rifle.
Yep.
And
Laser pointers off.
He's gonna need to do
it should be pointed outside the compound at the moment.
He's gonna have to do better than that to intimidate me.
That's okay. If he hits you with that, he's bound to take a limb off.
Yeah, I know, but you know he could have done that while I'm in the car too. You know.
Oh, I think it's on you because you're not in the car.
You're encouraged to stay in the car. It's the fact you're no longer in the car.
Well, I'm not intimidated by him, so I'm not. He's got his gun. He's got his red light. You know.
Remember those things that Desmond was talking to you about not making us fail a job because you stole a $1 chocolate bar?
Well,
Well, it was like $25. I don't know how many you stole.
here, have one.
This seems like a very similar situation of don't make us lose like 50 grand each just because you wanted to stretch your legs.
Still don't see the problem.
Okay.
$20 can buy many peanuts.
So yes, you find yourself brought in front of Marty, and she greets you warmly, saying she was going to call you in the morning.
Is she by herself, or has she got a certain young girl with her?
She is currently by herself, having met you out front of a bunch of houses.
So, well, in that case then, so I'm not sure what to say, but since you're here, we can report that, well, yes, it would appear that your niece headed this way. Hopefully she's already got here, but either way, it would appear that she's picked up a tail, and they are definitely on their way.
She says she arrived about half hour ago.
Well, that might be about half an hour before significant forces from a paramedical clinic that definitely does not have her best interests at heart.
Including, isn't the father, yeah, isn't the father one of the people in the pursuit?
That is correct. The father's one of the people here to capture her.
Yeah.
So Desmond's going to continue saying, so definitely not her best interests at heart, but obviously we've done our part of the job. She's got back to you safely, so we're here to collect.
Well, if you guys are happy to help us with this problem, she'll consider the fact that she delivered herself and not you as still worthy of payment. Because she seemed to have found her own way here without your assistance.
I feel like a part of the job was to make sure.
So you're thinking that the
Yes, not without alerting everyone else to the fact that she's made herself here, but made her way here either.
So you suspect that the price for a simple finding a missing girl who probably got away is the same as the price to defend a girl and presumably this whole community from a corporate hit spot.
She shrugs and says, I'm sure we can work something out depending on if we're alive afterwards. So you might want to make sure we're alive afterwards to pay you.
1,000 credits per bullet fired.
As a player, I can't remember what kind of agreement did we have with for this job.
I think if we found her within the time frame, we got that and a bonus.
Yeah.
Or bonuses based on how quickly we found her.
We already got a 10,000 credit payment up front.
Well, technically, you didn't find her. She was found by your sponsor before you found her.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember, what have we been paid at the moment and what's potentially at stake for cash-wise?
22k credit on success plus 5k credit for early success. I think that's an each figure.
Yeah, that would be each.
We got
And we had 10k up front, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
10k up front.
So technically, you would be getting the 10k, not the 22k.
We've already got the 10k.
Right, okay, the point is, at the moment we've got the 10k in the pocket. It's whether or not an extra, 22 plus possibly a bonus depending on the timings, is worth risking our life for against the corporate hit team. And how many corporate hit teams does it look like it's going to be?
2 attack choppers and a van full of mercenaries.
And looking around this place, does it look like it's got much in the way of defences aside from one guy with a big rifle and one guy with a smaller rifle?
Besides that, you've got the windmill for high ground, and that's about it. Maybe some trees. Okay, so what are you thinking about what you want to do? I'll say that she asks if you're willing to do so. She will ask the elders to speak with you while your friends set up a perimeter. And I'm just going to quickly look for some food for Ariadne.
Mercenary Declan thinking it's not really worth risking our lives for. We've got a decent after this already. And of course, if we do try and leave, that's probably as soon as they'll arrive, we'll be involved in the gunfight anyway, so we might as well claim that we're defending and claim the money.
Well, I mean, will we be able to get out of here before they even, like, 'cause they're not going to be far behind us. So.
That's what I'm thinking, like there's a thought process is going to be the fact that, yes, we will generously volunteer to help for the the money agreed to because we're not going to get away anyway. We're going to be fighting our way out if we do. So.
And the other benefit you also have is not very often do you get to shoot down a chopper.
That's what I was going to actually ask. It sounds more like a long-range fight. Are people equipped for that?
Some of you are.
It will start as a long-range fight, but with the choppers, they're going to get here quite quickly. So it's unlikely to take out the choppers or the van before it becomes a literally a gunfight. So.
Don't suppose they have any like rocket launchers or missile launchers here.
But that's what I'm looking around to go, because it looks like it's got defences.
They do not have huge defences.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so Desmond will agree to that, yes, the team will help set up defences and in payment for the remaining agreed funds. Although we're probably trying to negotiate it round up to even 25 each probably.
I'm sure there's a good chance they will pay that if no one dies. On their side.
This is Marty paying, so therefore it should be much better if I had dies, but yeah. But yes, the real fight for Desmond is the idea of we're probably going to be fighting the corporates anyway. At least you might have to get paid for it if they survive. So.
Now, forgive my memory on this, but I'm pretty sure my criticals got healed, and I shouldn't have anything.
Yeah, I think that's
right.
I think that's what Walt did.
I believe
the only person who's injured at the moment is Womp, who's not here, and Nero's still got a little bit of damage, I think.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a bit of metallic chip. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, but otherwise everyone is fully fit and healthy. Even Desmond's strain had been cut down when he didn't manage to talk to the successfully to the Roadhouse people.
I have got a kitty cat flopping around in my arms.
Cat.
He's so small and fluffy.
I'm just attempting some food for myself.
Okay.
He's very cute.
Looking around.
So where is her brother? He moved to.
No idea. Where's your brother? You do not care, you are comfy. Good little boy. Little go beans.
Just thought I would try one of these rice puddings if you actually heat them up to see how different it is, because I didn't realize that, and I thought it was one of those other sort of cold ones, and ate one of the cold ones and it wasn't so nice.
Yeah. Have a look at this. Look. The allergy thing contains milk / apple pie.
We know people who are allergic to apple.
Made in Thailand. Water, white rice, milk powder, brown sugar, dates, natural flavours, stabilisers.
Yeah. Still find it funny that they do have to write contains peanuts on the side of the bags of peanuts.
Yeah.
Because somebody decided there was no allergy warning on the side of my bag of peanuts. I didn't know there was peanuts in it.
Well, what I find even more ridiculous is when it says may contain nuts.
On the bag of nuts.
And that's what you
That's
say.
right.
If it may contain nuts, what does it contain when it doesn't contain nuts?
Exactly.
Essence of nuts.
The conveyor belt that processes 50 other different types of food may have a speck of peanut butter on it or peanut dust.
And that's enough for some people to actually have a problem.
Yeah, I know.
There's the brother.
Right. Okay, so yes, you are given the run of the outside of the compound,
Yep.
where the compound is not particularly large. Let's see.
Well, certainly, if Declan has to go in and talk to anyone first, he'll tell the others to probably under Nero's direction to start looking at defences.
So that's sort of what it looks like from the outside, with the basic houses having solar panels and the big windmill behind it. And we have a map of a sort.
Okay.
And you guys are at the entryway back at the bottom with your van.
You know, the van we didn't get to drive the van into the fence line.
Not until after you get the okay from the council.
What are those dark patches on the map?
Okay, so I believe they are trees, and that one is low tide and high tide.
Okay. All the other dark patches are trees or bushes or vegetation, if you like.
I believe so, but the dark writing on the dark background makes it very hard to read.
Yeah, I know.
Does it actually have is it actually a fence line around it, like on the border, or is it just a
It is
line where the trees stop?
it is fenced on the border.
Right. What kind of fence is it?
I would say a wire fence.
Okay.
Not particularly hard to get through.
Yeah.
I'll put my arm back in a second. There you go.
Well, okay, so in that case then Declan will be, as he's trying to come in and talk to Martha, he'll actually try and tell them, hey, I need to get the rest of the team inside and they can start trying to look at the fences while we're talking.
Okay, so considering you were able to get them to do so, did you want to try one?
Yeah, I'm going to try one.
So you peel it about halfway and put it in for 30 seconds.
Yep.
It took me a little while to read that and process.
I'll give it a try.
Okay, so
Put your claws away.
Jeremy, you're introduced to a bunch of elves. The first one is you're introduced as Marletta, and a emaciated elf with stringy black hair aggressively suggests that you take the girl and leave in order to save the tribe a battle. With the whole, sorry, I see your position, but I think this is an issue where it's about protecting the community, not an outsider. Then you're introduced to Arden, a tall elf who wears a slash indicating that he once held an office in the hierarchy of Tir Tangir. Want you to leave Shoalhaven alone. Elves handle their own problems, thank you very much, he says. Because most of your team are non-elves. Is she trying to claim in?
Probably she's like swatting at my beard. Hey.
Then you're introduced to Jack, a lantern-jawed elf with dark gaze. He has a lot of information that didn't need to say. Says there's always Charlotte, he says. With the rest of the people going, no, not that, not that.
Okay. Well,
And what's a Charlotte?
So is anybody in the group supportive of Fayette and or defending themselves against this attack?
Let me see. The next one up is Fantine, a middle-aged elf who wears her hair in a long braid. While knitting, she seems to be always knitting. She said, I don't think that's right. She asks, it just doesn't seem like a good idea to, fight. And it's about...
Paul wants to know why there's Solians fighting. Like, why wouldn't you defend clearly one of your own?
Well, the girl isn't an elf.
That's right.
Where's the boyfriend?
She's the niece of one of your own. But, okay, so these are going to be trying to turn around a bit and say, hey, well, look.
Okay, so things you also note about Jack is he has Jack point in his skull for being able to plug into something. He carries a older pistol, but it looks like a Colt Manhunter and looks to have been maintained quite well, but shows wear and tear. And he also is wearing a what looks like a flight jacket. Of the.
So what are the rest of them wearing?
Most of them are wearing, I'd probably say tie-dye clothing is the best way to say it. So imagine hippie commune. Some of them with fluffy dressing gowns. Covering
which possibly also answers the question that Bolt or that Em was asking, is that yes, possibly a lot of them are tie-dyed with lovely peace symbols all over them and things like that. So.
And it looks as if the guy who was talking about Charlotte has a native Rangers jacket. So the equivalent of Army Rangers.
Yep, okay. What about Martha? Has she been saying anything?
Martha is basically saying we should at least defend this place because we're all about family.
Yep, okay. So then, from that idea then, Declan will start working with the, hey, it seems that Jack is probably the most potentially supportive, if not directly supportive yet. So we're certainly trying to start with. You mentioned there was also a Charlotte.
He says Charlotte can definitely lend a hand. He says with many boos coming from the other people going, we don't want violence here.
Charlotte is coming to you. Because the point is that even if you send the girl out to be killed, to be slaughtered, probably ritually slaughtered, do you feel that the corporations who are willing to do such things are going to have any concerns or worries about eliminating a few dozen people out here in the Nowhere Land? It's not a case of being willing to fight. It's a case of, well, if you're not willing to fight, you're going to be killed. So this Charlotte, if Charlotte can help, then we want Charlotte.
Okay, so Jack says, don't worry about them. Let's go organise stuff, and if they're alive when we're finished, they can argue with us then. If they're dead, no need to worry. He says that quite loudly.
The corporates are coming here because they think the girl is here. If they don't...
How do the rest of them react when Declan suggests that, hey, you could send the girl away, but that's not going to actually save you?
That's the point I was trying to make, is if they don't know that the girl is left, they're still going to come here and kill you all.
Yeah, but and Desmond making the statement even more blatant on the fact that even if they catch the girl, they're still going to kill everyone.
Okay, so he takes you over to a camo net, a netting, which I think is that big blob to the south. Let's see if I can zoom in and read on my version of it. Let me see. Woods on one side, woods in the middle, and woods on the other side. So nope, it's not actually showing you where it is. Okay, so he takes you over to some cargo netting in the woods just outside of town. Because hey, it would be helpful if they actually had it on the map. But why would you have crazy things like that?
You know, like the road we used to get here.
Yeah, you wouldn't really want crazy things like that to be happening.
Well, if it is more than a few minutes away, Declan will try and encourage Jack to say, hey, thanks for your help in there. Can you go out? Talk to Nero, my colleague over there, and put him in contact with Charlotte along with yourself. I'm going to go in there and try and keep talking him around.
Okay, he just gives you a nice solid pat on the back and says, good luck.
I sound like I'm negative.
Okay, so as you come over to where the elf is, do you follow over as well?
Oh yeah, yep. No, I thought we were all outside.
The rest of you were outside at the edges. He waves you over the guards, letting you wander as you will, with Desrin seeing the leader. Does any of the others wander over to see what's going on?
Bolt eagerly wanders over.
Bounds over.
Okay.
No, yes,
I
Bolt
would-
bounds over.
I would also like to meet Charlotte.
So as you're bounding over in this place full of lots of natural smells that remind you of Trixie's, but with less chemicals, you get an intense metallic smell as he reaches a camo net and starts pulling it off. Underneath the netting is a what's called a Banshee, which is a vertical takeoff and landing military vehicle.
It's basically a hover tank, possibly without the weaponry.
Don't worry, I know what a Banshee is. Well, I know what a Halo Banshee is.
This seems like it might be closer to
I'm
the race.
imagining it's similar.
It's a discontinued model, as it is quite old by today's standards. And it looks as if it had been struck by a pair of active seeking air-to-air missiles. And it looks as if one of them is still embedded in it.
Oh, do I get to go in a helicopter? Oh.
We might have.
While you guys are done with this, I'm just going to duck away for a bit because I'm in the other room anyway, back in the group. Back in a second.
Okay, so you do think you might be able to potentially get it flyable again if you can extract the missile without detonating it?
I wonder whose job that is.
Mechanics.
Did you want to help small kitty cat?
Yeah.
Bolt doesn't want to help. Bolt doesn't like things that go boom or whiz or bang.
There you go.
You also notice that it has a 25mm autocannon on it, and
I'm on the star, that's why I can't find anything.
has twin 10mm machine guns on it still.
Do they have ammunition for all those?
And it has 2 laser-guided anti-vehicle missiles. It has probably enough power to operate for about half an hour, he says, before the packs are completely expended. And at this stage, that's as much charge as they can take.
What about ammunition?
404 hasn't clung themselves to this and not just letting
Because I
it
haven't had an opportunity to say I do that yet.
I think it claim it is
Go
my
there
own.
with-
This is mine
go
now.
there with a spatula and wage you off and say no.
No. This is where you scream that out. Go, ooh, shiny.
404 is immediately on top of it trying to get the missile out.
And he does say that he also has 3 missile reloads in his room in the compound.
Bring those here now. We will need them.
Okay. I will give you a mechanics check to assess the damage.
Okay, that's 3 yellows, a green, and 2 blues, and then strain of vehicles. Not that won't help. Which of my abilities will help me with this? That's the modding one. That's something completely different.
Because you could either spend time trying to get it flying or rip the weapons off and use them to defend the compound. Both are problematic.
I think 404 personally would probably be better off flying it than trying to distribute the weapons.
Yeah, I
So
think
the-
that's the best first choice.
One thing to consider is how long is it likely to take either option?
Well, what was your mechanics?
It's 3 yellows, a green, and 2 blues. And then my enhancers are just to do with other things.
I think maybe take one of those.
I will take one of those,
Okay.
mostly because I don't want to blow myself up.
Don't worry, there is.
I mean, what it might be is the sort of thing, if it's faster to just get the weapons off to make them useful in the combat, then as soon as you're alive after the combat, you can try and recover the banshee.
Okay.
That doesn't look too good.
No triumphs, I don't think.
Triumphs are fairly rare, there's only 1 in 12 on the yellow dice, so...
Okay, you succeed with net success and an advantage. Okay, so you think it would be far quicker to strip it than to jerry-rig it. But if you have the right parts, you could probably jerry-rig it to actually get it airborne again.
I do have 2 levels in Jerry Rig. If that helps. I think that's less things to do with this than it is more to do with personal stuff.
And you know,
And you also said you did parts, didn't you? You like to have the parts nearby?
and on the bright side, there is a GMC vehicle nearby looking at Desmond's van.
They're just not nearby to stop me.
Yeah, but the real question was, what sort of time was either option going to take?
Well, each weapon will take time to remove safely on its own and set up for firing without. So you're looking at about maybe half an hour to an hour per weapon, and there's like 6 weapons you can pull off. Which means if the attack is going to be quick, you may find yourself with half-ready weapons, and you're thinking it may be a 2 to 3 hour mass work on the vehicle to get it jerry-rigged enough to fly.
And if you were trying to cure the vehicle, and so basically, if say we had an hour before the attack, make the assessment as to would you be able to use the weapons at all when the vehicle's not available, or is it the idea of we might have 1 or 2 weapons available by that point.
You may get lucky and have 1 or 2 weapons, but if he manages to get it airborne, then you actually have a tactical advantage because what's coming at you can't take a blow from your missiles, but you could probably survive 1 to 2 impacts from their missiles.
Yeah.
Also, there's multiple weapons on this thing. How many people do we need to actually operate them?
Most of you can fit in it.
So we'd need 1 person per weapon, is what you're saying.
You can have someone multitask the gunnery or assign them to different people.
Okay, so if we strip the weapons, we're going to need people to operate them. If we leave them in the vehicle, we're still going to need multiple people to run them. Well, I was just wondering, we couldn't have just 1 person in the vehicle running all the weapons, is what I was going to get at.
1 person could if they're particularly skilled, but they have to then jump their time between how they fly.
Okay.
And presumably, if you're talking someone flying it and or someone handling the weapons, you've also got Jack.
Okay.
Presumably, Jack knows how to fly it or shoot its weapons. So.
Right. Laura 4's perspective on all of this is she will be much more useful in this fight if she is in this thing flying it around.
Yep.
Than if she's pulling the guns off and distributing them.
Yep, I agree.
I'd rather be boots on the ground ripping people to shreds than... Well, they're like helicopter and plane rides. Don't like the bangy shooty so much.
Well, there's even if we get the Banshee off the ground, there's probably still going to be ground fighting because you've got the 2 helicopters and a van full of mercenaries.
If they blow up the van, all the mercenaries probably go with it.
404, not so much with the physical jury-rigging, but maybe hacking into network systems and stuff to help it get off the ground.
And obviously, when Desmond's finished talking to people, depending on what other preparations need to be done, Desmond's also not a bad mechanic. So if you're going to make the decision that you reckon you can get the thing up and running within the time, as I said, the question is we don't really know what the time is.
I think I should go for trying to get it airborne.
If we've got enough mechanics, we can probably get it done faster.
Yeah. The problem with that is I think we have to cannibalize the van to get that going.
There's no other vehicles here?
There is a bike, but it doesn't have matching parts.
Okay.
So, again, unless you want to try and communicate, send a message on the comms type stuff to let Desmond know what Jack led you to, but Desmond's a bit busy talking right now, like in those first few minutes anyway, presumably will be anyway. But yeah, again, Desmond recognised that if we were leaving without defending, then the van probably doesn't get totaled anyway because it gets shot out. Because he wasn't kidding when he said to the commune that, hey, they're probably going to remove any witnesses. So
what I'm hearing is Dedron's already accepted that he's losing the van.
Or okay, he's accepting that taking items from there is going to be overall profitable. Because hey, he's happy to trade a van for a GMC, a Banshee.
The problem with that is that we're probably not going to be able to take the Banshee back to Colorado. Well, where is it?
Yeah,
Was
we
it
can
in
deal with
Seattle?
that easier. Back to Seattle.
Yeah.
We can deal with that in the future. Desmond's happy to have vehicles in multiple locations.
What's our plan for defending this place?
Well, we've got to find out yet whether or not we can get whether the residents are going to be involved in the defence at all, and whether they can provide anything. But,
Right.
but I would be expecting that. jury-rigging the Banshee back together, do we know how far the Banshee is from the compound?
Less than 100 meters.
Right, so it's not really worth trying to move it in there beforehand, unless that was going to make it easier for accessing, like getting out of whatever, if it's stuck in, I don't know, if the jungle's around it or something, but...
Well, it's currently off the ground because it's wedged between some trees, but that can be fixed.
Yeah, well, again, I'm happy for 404 to make the call as to whether it's faster to fix it in place or try and move it from its current location into the compound where you'll have easier access and capability to. So.
Currently, you have a natural hoist.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we have a way to get it inside the compound without fixing it first.
Yeah, I understand. Well, happy with that. Again, I missed the initial description of it, so in which case then you'll probably want to take the van out to it so that you've got some work gear in bits and pieces as well as all the parts sitting there.
Yep.
And then I would be suggesting that obviously before the van gets taken out, unload all weapons and gear and everything that's not going to be part of the mechanic that you're rigging the Banshee. And then I'd suggest Nero is probably the best one to be surveilling and planning the defense. With Bolt as certainly part of the watching out for the arrival, like being on lookout. Raven probably excuse me. I would expect a bit of a dog's body. I don't know if Raven's got any specific skills that are useful in a siege type situation.
Good scout. In the sense of good scout, as in she can sneak.
Yeah.
The problem initially would just be that being a dog's body between ensuring that 404 has the parts or bits pieces he needs, or Nero has the moving any gear to spots where Nero says, "Yep, we'll set up a strong point here," or whatever.
The problem we have is that the perimeter of this is very large for our numbers. I don't know, like it doesn't seem to be, those solid lines, are they fences?
The solid lines are fences, yes.
Yeah, but they can fly over the fences, or the car might try to ram in or something. We don't really know how they'll come in.
They'll most likely be coming from the east, assuming that the map is oriented.
So besides the hunting rifle and the heavy-duty sniper rifle, that is Jack's rifle.
What I was going to suggest is, because of the size of it and the thinness of our numbers, maybe this is because instinctively Raven prefers to hide, we actually all camouflage and hide and let them come into the compound where they're all close together and then ambush them, rather than trying to do a long-range firefight. That was my suggestion.
Don't mind that idea, but also I have a question, maybe a little bit for Martin as well. If I buffed myself now, I can keep that pretty much indefinitely, right? If I wanted to do go big and go home like I did the other day.
Well, you can't go home yet.
I can't go home yet, but essentially, I don't want to have them show up and then have to do that. I want to be ready. I know they're coming. This is not a surprise. I want to be buff, big, and ready to go, ready to brawl. Whether we let them come in and be surprised that this big dog rips their heads off, I don't care. I just want to be ready to do that.
I would make the suggestion, and obviously it comes down to you. If you can hold it indefinitely, that means you can do it early. But I would be suggesting that if you talk about going into big wolf form, that because it happens almost instantaneously, I understand.
The thing is, it uses my
Action
for that round.
Yeah.
So whereas if I'm already prepared, I can just use my 2 movement, depending on how far away they are.
For an additional bit of lore that hasn't come up very often, most spells and enhancements end at dawn.
End at dawn. Okay.
But what I was also saying, obviously, that's a factor then as to how close dawn might be, which presumably is within the next few hours, because it was midnight, I think, when we were going after the Zuzu clinic.
A lot of magically active aware teams will strike just after dawn because that's when most magical communities are at its weakest.
Yeah.
Also, Bolt, because it only takes an action to make the change, we will have probably have more than a minute or so when we're seeing the choppers come in. So you can always wait until the choppers are on their way in before you make your change.
Because it's also the sort of thing that you're likely to be more useful while you've got 2 armed with opposable thumbs.
That's what I'm saying. Is you're going to get enough warning. You're not going to be straight.
Okay, yeah. All right. As long as we're not concerned about being, I guess, ambushed by these.
It's unlikely that the choppers could at least come up by ambush. And
Because my understanding was the choppers were only called in as backup for the van guys. Or am I remembering that wrong?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But even if it's just the van, we will have heads up. It won't be.
So for a lot of people with backup is probably in the air, in the field of battle, ready to assist them if they need it.
So with Bolt's hearing, can I hear any choppers? Like if it's a quiet night, not too much else going on out here, can I hear that like hum of vehicles like in the air?
You should hear it coming.
I should hear it.
Yeah, you're not hearing it right now, but you would expect to hear either choppers or even the van coming down the dirt road.
Yeah.
Before actually, I would think that you're not likely to be, if you're on alert, that the community's not going to get surprised.
Though the annoying thing for Bolt is this constant sound of water. Why don't they get that tap fixed, whatever it is? As the beach is making so much noise, you're constantly hearing it.
Maybe I'll get 404 to fix that for them.
But before this, so does Declan manage to convince the community that, hey, at the very least, they want us around to be defending, and do any of them available to help out defense, or?
Well, as I was stating earlier, they have a hunting rifle, and Jack has the big sniper rifle.
Yep.
And they also have 6 bows.
Better than nothing, but not going to help against a helicopter.
But I guess we have the support of the town in defence.
Grudgingly, you get their support because Charlotte has been woken up by people getting ready to work on it.
Yep.
Because once that comes into play, they know that there is going to be a battle.
Yep.
Even if leaving will cause problems for them.
Yeah, well, they caught Desmond trying to convince them of the fact that it was too late to be doing anything now anyway, even sending her away. Have any of them fired weapons before?
Most of them have.
Because I mean, Desmond's got a few spare firearms.
If you're from hunters who will take the hunting rifle, the hunting community rifle, out to go hunting.
Yeah.
So it seems to be a community weapon, not a personal weapon.
So I don't know if any of the other party members have spare weaponry, but Declan certainly got.
Bolt has a huge, like war axe essentially.
That's not really a spare weapon for the purposes of giving it to somebody else.
No, but still, like if someone can use it, he's willing to give that up, especially if he's going to go all like magic wolves, because like claws and teeth are a bit better.
It was more talking. I more expected possibly 404 or Nero might have weapons, but if 404's in the Banshee, then obviously he's not going to be needing any handheld weapons.
And from
Nero carries spares.
From what you figure out from the community members, only Jack has seen battle. The rest has basically fired on things that can't shoot back.
Yep, okay.
At least that means they've got some idea of how to make it work and point it in the right direction.
They do, but the likelihood of them not doing anything is quite high.
Yeah, okay. They're probably better than me is what I'm trying to say.
No, you'd be better than them because you're used to a dog-eat-dog environment.
I have no skill, though.
Well, you have no skill. You've also grown up in Seattle, so if someone was to pull a gun and you had a gun, you would have no problem shooting them.
No, I definitely have no problem shooting them.
They have problems shooting at people.
Okay.
Because of their beliefs. And no practice.
Just tell them they're robots.
Even that's not going to make it easy for them.
So basically, apart from Jack,
they're big ducks.
Apart from Jack, then
it's dinner time.
Apart from Jack, they're no help.
Okay, well, okay. So then, yeah, I would figure that 404 and Declan are then spending time on Charlotte to try and get Charlotte up and going.
Okay, so if you were to combine your mechanics dice pools, what would you get? What is Desrin's dice pool?
He's got 1 yellow, 2 green, and 2 blue.
So 1 yellow, 2 green, and 2 blue. What does 404 have?
I've got 3 yellow, 1 green, 2 blue.
So if you were to give things, you could either give 2 yellow or 1 green.
2 yellow.
Because you either give the skill or the attribute.
But is it better for? Or I would assume that Declan's helping 404 rather than 404 helping Declan. But
yeah.
Either, well,
404 is probably the better one.
If Desrin's helping, all Desrin would add is a blue dice, I believe.
I was going to say, 404's check is better than that one.
That's what my thought was.
So that's what's your base check?
My base check is 3 yellows, 1 green, 2 blues.
2 blues, and then Desrin helping adds a blue. The other guy.
So Declan's 2 blue don't add as well.
I think one of those as well.
What was that?
One of those as well.
One of those
as well.
Okay. Depends on what your blues are from. Jeremy?
Blues are from Gearhead, which is monster attack bonus, 1 blue dice per rank in this talent from all mechanic checks.
I'll add 1 for that.
He's also got solid repairs. I'm assuming these are similar ones to what 404's got, but the idea is that gets an additional repairs an additional +1 hull trauma per rank, which would be 1. So
yeah, I've got 2 levels in Gearhead and solid repairs.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say that your jerry rigging is making this possible, and the difficulty is actually going to be quite high to get it up and running.
And I would certainly say that we want to actually spend a fate point on this.
They have.
We've done that.
So
Okay.
that is the dice pool.
I don't know if Desmond can use his intense focus to upgrade a skill check once by taking a strain.
Not in this case.
No, happy with that.
I don't think there's anything else you can put in that one. I think that's everything.
I guess the other question would be whether it's actually going to be faster, potentially, for Desmond, rather than Desmond helping 404, but technically Desmond working on a different area type stuff, so we're actually doing the two different jobs at the same time.
Well, technically, you helping reduces the time it takes.
That's right. It was more the idea of thinking that potentially we could be getting, instead of one extra blue dice, we could be getting Desmond's roll, but then obviously that would add extra red dice as well. So
It would, yes.
Yeah.
So, give that a roll and see what you get. Okay.
and the blue actually useful.
The blue being useful is good. They were grouped nicely together. Okay, so in that case, that goes there. It will take you 3 hours less to get it up and running than you're expecting. You're thinking it was going to be if you didn't actually have help, it was going to be a 8-hour fix. With the help you're getting, you managed to drop that down to 6 hours, and then with the jerry rigging, you've dropped that down to 3.
That's good.
Come on, no, that was not right. You're supposed to do a Scotty assessment first of all. So 8 hours is actually going to be 1 hour because you multiply it by 8. Because otherwise you're not a miracle worker.
I activate my secret clone ability and summon 3 copies of myself.
Well, you start working away on it as you're slowly, over that time, watching the van slowly lose parts and paneling, and as you're using some of the van paneling to protect the Banshee where it took some damage during its last fight.
Oh, I'm assuming we're also using the van as a work platform, so we're up at the right level to work on the Banshee.
That too. Okay, so while that's happening, I believe Nero was also helping.
I think Nero was planning defences.
Yes. Tactically planning chokeholds and defenses.
So noting that there was limited capability in the group, but Declan will still hand over an SMG that he's got. But because he'll keep his sniper rifle and he'll keep his 2 pistols, but there's an SMG that can go into the pool of if useful.
Okay, so you do see the main choke point is the entryway, unless they come by boat, in which case then it would be open to the family dwellings at the top. You could potentially pick them off from the rooftops because you get the high ground that way, or from the windmill. Though the windmill does provide blocking of line of sight at times while you're trying to use the direction that the windmill's facing.
Yeah, you got cover, no cover, cover, no cover, cover, no cover, cover, no cover.
But as the movement of them is not fast, it's not like it's going to be a surprise. Is Bolt doing scouting? Is Raven doing scouting, or just adding extra pair of hands?
Bolt will scout, keep an ear out, see if I can hear a direction that they're coming from, hear choppers, hear a bike, hear a boat, hear anything. make sure that like any gaps in the perimeter are sort of like known.
Okay, so could Bolt give me a perception roll?
Perception.
And you'll be rolling up against 3 purple.
Purple. Sorry, just getting my dice handed back to me.
It's amazing how different those puddings are between hot and cold.
Yeah, I didn't think much of this one.
Much nicer hot.
Well, it was much good. That one hot. That one might have been better. Then again, what do you expect
This
from
one
it?
was tiramisu.
Yeah, what do you expect from a Thai thing?
It's a dessert they're used to, so they're probably not as good as they normally have, but a on-the-go one. Okay, so what was your check?
Sorry, just rolling that up now. That one comes out. That one comes out. That one's blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, so while you're patrolling out the front area, you pick up a whole lot of a commercial pheromone that you're used to tracking.
A commercial pheromone?
Yep.
Like a cologne or like something that masks people's scent or something like that?
Very much like a cologne designed to lower people's inhibitions who smell it.
Huh.
As in, spray on attractiveness. If
I
they can smell it.
thought you meant it was like, hashish or something like that.
Spray on roofie or something?
Oh no, spray on attractive juice.
No, I thought that, they just smoke a lot. Comes as pheromones to Bolt, but it comes as smoke to the rest of us.
I'll let it if.
And you've seen this in the shops. It goes for the equivalent of 100 credits a spray.
Would I think it would be one of the mercs using it, or do I think someone in the towns use it?
Oh, you wouldn't think anyone in the town would use this crap. It would be very hard to source out here. You would have to have a very expensive billing account. It's the sort of thing you would expect someone who earns way more money than sense spending on themselves to make them feel better.
So Bolt's basically like, hey Desrin, someone's out here smelling like a target. He's gonna lead me straight to him.
And the benefit about this is people can't pick up this smell.
Good thing I'm not a person.
Is it wolf urine? I feel like it's just wolf urine.
And you know, Trixie has warned you about such stuff because it does actually warp the minds of people close.
Okay. So if I know what it is and I know the direction, I'll be like, oh hey, someone's painted a target on themselves. Although you might not want to go near it because it'll make you all confused. But I'm okay.
Yeah, Trixie's
Can I
pet
go
name
eat him now?
Yeah, Trixie's pet name for it is sex juice.
Sex juice. Bolt's nickname for it is walking meal.
The surprising thing about it is shifters are immune to it.
I can plan. I've got a couple of questions first off. So Bolt's gone and done a recall through the jungle. Is that right?
That is correct. She's been doing recon around the perimeter.
Yep. And does Bolt have effective, like is she still in human form or humanoid form? Does she have effective comms?
Probably in a hybrid.
Right. So you can be communicating and passing on what you find.
Yes.
Yep, great.
Yes,
And-
I'm just as effective at hunting in hybrid as I am in dog form. Probably
Yep.
a bit better in hybrid in this environment because I can jump and leap and
Or climb, but obviously you can
Climb
probably,
and-
you got to
yeah.
go faster in dog form and leap higher, but the
it's not a very big area that I'm scouting
that's right,
though. So
exactly. And as I say, the big advantage is you can still use a comm system to actually report what you're finding. So,
exactly. So this is why I'm rating oh hey look, walking meal.
Well, when you report that, Declan will confirm with, well actually no, if Declan's still working on the Banshee with 404 at that point, assuming that Bulk put this over the party com link, therefore the others can hear it as well, if Nero doesn't immediately respond, Nero, Declan will tell Nero, say, hey, get Jack to ask the others if there's anyone out here that if they know of anyone's out here that shouldn't be out here, aside from us.
They say their community is inside the compound at night for safety.
Yep.
But is there anyone inside the compound that you don't know?
If they're inside the compound, it should be obvious, they say.
Ah,
Do we know where the boyfriend is?
He is in one of the apartment rooms, the one closest to the big building with the little arrow pointing to it. So he is.
So essentially, though, I'm smelling this coming from outside the compound, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what my understanding is. So basically, yeah, all Declan was having to do was confirm that, as far as we're aware, there's no friends of the community outside the compound right now, except for Declan and 404. And so therefore, anybody else is
Free game.
free game, absolutely.
And I'd say it's coming from the west of the community,
Okay, not the east.
not the east. It's not coming from the roadway.
So they're coming through the bush, like they've gone around,
And they're
or
only
are they coming?
just coming in off the coastline type stuff.
Yeah, or coming in by boat.
Do you wish to track and find where they are?
Sure.
Yeah, so while Declan's Bolt's doing that, I just want to double check. Has Nero encouraged the community to go gather anyone particular, or are they just like, are we actually trying to gather the people into one spot, or the most secure area, or the most defensible area, sheltered area? Possibly even hiding in that patch of woods inside the compound.
Is Josh there?
sorry, I'm here. Sorry, what was mentioned?
Just asking, has Nero encouraged the community to actually hide in a certain place, or worked out what the most secure building or hiding place might be?
Yeah, I reckon Neuro's intelligence would be the fact that, and previous, combat expertise.
Yeah.
He'd be finding, the most safest structure for the most vulnerable elderly women, kids, to be protected in a certain area, and then anyone who is willing to help us with the cause, mapping out, certain structures and advantage points. Maybe some people, on Overwatch over the water, just to make sure, we're not getting ambushed from behind. Other than that, he's basically going to however many numbers we have, if we have help. We probably don't, but if we have numbers, he'll have like little like platoons in certain areas to basically cause as much damage to what he thinks is the choke point.
Of the 60 odd people, you get 6.
Sweet.
And
I'm
then it
gonna
comes
have three. I'm gonna have 3 groups of 2. 2 are going to be watching the water, and 2 are going to be at the left and the right of the choke point. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but the rest of them, are we thinking that somewhere hiding in one of the buildings, or hiding in that woods inside, or even the woods just outside, maybe, is the safest location?
You expect the garage would have the strongest resistance.
Yep, happy with that.
It would stop most stray bullets.
And it's certainly an area where they can actually all gather. Yep. And so, yeah, so sorry, I said that Bolt's now going to go and have some fun.
Well, Bolt's going to go scout stealthily.
Okay, so give me a survival check.
Survival.
Things you haven't done for a while.
Would Expert Tracker help me any?
It should.
Add a blue dice to check or follow tracks per tiers in this talent. How many tiers in this talent do I have?
1.
1, okay.
It'll give you a multiplier 2 on your character sheet if you've got 2.
Yeah, you have 1 rank at 1 ward at tier 2.
Yeah, I think there's a few of these like survival and stealth that I've wanted to upgrade, as well as some of my magic. Obviously, once the website is back up and running. So survival. Can I upgrade?
You can upgrade.
I upgrade.
I recommend it.
I'll do it.
Okay, you have upgraded. The difficulty to follow it has increased to 4 purple, which you'll find out why if you succeed.
Oh, that's it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay, you start tracking them, and then you realize it's coming from the ocean along the beach. And as you're tracking them, you realize they're out on the water, and they are not visible. You can smell them moving along
Glycerin
the coast.
or someone with a scope, they're on a boat.
You can barely hear the vehicle moving through the water.
So they're like cut engine or like a low engine, and it's just like the waves slapping against the hull, or
It's a stealth based vehicle, invisible.
okay.
Obviously, they have an arcane caster with them because they're the only ones known to make vehicles invisible. That's why it is the statement of shoot the mage first, because they're not a shaman, they're not a cleric. They're basically the most annoying casters out there.
Hey guys, we've got contact on the water. I cannot see them, but I can just hear them. Plus, with their fancy perfume of deliciousness. I mean, you don't want to get near it, but I can. It'll make the rest of you go a bit crazy and hallucinate.
Become more playable is the statement.
Mm.
So talking about it as being a version of a roofie is fairly close.
It will make you want to drop the soap, let's say.
So, how long does 404 and Declan think we've got till the Banshee will be ready?
At this stage, by the time she's discovered them, you've probably got maybe about 10 minutes.
Okay. So, does Declan make much difference in that 10 minutes? Like if he grabbed his sniper rifle and got ready for the defense.
You think it might balloon out to 15?
Yeah.
And if 404 also ducks off, it would balloon out to 20.
I would have thought that if 404 ducks off, it goes out to infinity because there's someone else working on it, does it?
Though there's still Jack working on it as well.
Oh, okay, right.
Because of his knowledge of the systems, he's able to help you generally.
Yep, I'm happy with that. Like, well, does Bolt have any idea of numbers?
I'd say it's a bit hard to tell with the perfume.
The perfume is overriding. It is blocking out any individual smell.
Yep.
Which means you're probably sure that they don't actually give off a scent to normal people.
Yep.
But you think that, hey, if it's a boat, it will carry between 2 and 20, depending on how big a boat.
Can Bolt determine how many boats?
Just assumes there's one because
Yep.
all the scent seems to come from the same place the sound is.
Yep, happy with that.
And you know there's at least 2 to 3 people on board. Hard to tell if there's more because most of them are not moving.
Yeah, no, the fact that they've made the boat invisible with a magic caster and that they're using this perfume which muddles human senses.
Yeah. No, that's
They're probably trying to be quiet.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. Obviously, Declan had no information but what Bolt was providing, and so I wanted to try and confirm he got all the information that was there. So,
yeah,
all available.
Well, Bolt's not stingy on his reports when he's actually tracking.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Okay. You do hear one of them say, we'll be in position in 10 minutes. Bring the choppers in then.
You heard that? Did you pass it on, Bolt?
I would have passed it on as soon as I heard it.
Yeah, okay. So Declan was just about to say, okay, guys, 5 minutes probably isn't going to make a difference either way, so I will see if I can hold them off for that little bit of time, or help hold off, but let's just see if we can get this going, because we've got the choppers, then 5 minutes certainly won't make a difference. So...
Yeah, 5 minutes is all they need to kill everyone.
What's the old Top Gun reference? They'll be online in 10 minutes. They'll get there in 2 minutes.
I thought it was Highway to the Danger Zone, but yeah.
What's the likelihood Bolt could stealthily swim out and ambush them on the boat? That's probably an awful idea, but
the likelihood is you're not invisible and you will make sound in the water because it's not your natural environment.
Yeah.
You can try to stealth, but you may actually be seen from whatever sensors they're using. You're assuming they have the full suite.
Yeah.
In which case, you moving to the waterline will be visible.
Yeah. No, like I'm definitely like once I've got myself in a good position, I'm gonna be like trying to hide so I can keep an ear out for them and relay any extra information that I might hear with them coming in.
And you expect
Or get a better idea of their position.
And you expect if they have a mage, they're also looking astrally. So the moment you activate any magic, they will see you.
Yeah.
Luckily, your shifted form is not magical at the moment because you haven't enhanced it.
Yes. Yeah. So probably good that I didn't.
Well, hey, confirm we had the plenty of warning time for you to do so, but yes, also the opportunity to not do it now.
Yes. Yeah. No, if I've realised that they have a mage and then I'm going to give myself away by doing that, I will continue to hold off on magicking myself up. Yeah.
At least until we can keep the mage first.
You also hear that they have timed it for high tide, so they're going to be coming in just as the water's at its highest point, and that's going to put them almost directly into the community.
Yeah. Now, again, because I wasn't here for the initial description of Charlotte, it becomes important. Where is Charlotte in relation to the map?
Charlotte is just off the side of the garage, about 100 meters from the edge of the compound.
Yeah, okay. As far away as possible from the water line, unless they're also coming in by truck. So, but on the plus side, it means you might be in a good position to take off from the helicopters. But yeah, if the helicopters are coming in behind, so well, I don't know that there's anything that people can do to get ready in the next 10 minutes, except wheel both spanners quickly for those on Charlotte.
Okay, so at that point, I'd probably say Jay says, we've done all we can. It's a push the button, start her up, and hope for the best. Though once that happens, everyone within quite a radius will know we're here.
Okay.
So when do you want to push the button?
Well, I mean, if you've got 10 minutes and they're not launching until the tide is high, you could have that extra like 5 minutes to do that and then push the button.
This is when they're like 2 or 3 minutes away from the beach.
Yeah,
sorry, right.
It was the fact that it took us 10 minutes to actually get to that push the button stage.
Right. Okay.
It was definitely a. It looks like we actually took 8 minutes instead of 10.
He also accounted for time Bolt took to get the information back to you.
Yeah. Now, the Banshee is certainly more suited to have someone manning the guns as a gunnery side of the skill rather than having a sniper shooting out an open door or something, isn't it?
That is correct. A gunner and a pilot is basically what the Banshee needs.
Yeah, okay. Is Jack confident as a gunner?
He says he can do either.
404 can also do either.
He says, what are you best at, kid?
I have more dice for gunnery, so I should probably do that.
So I would assume you haven't necessarily...
Piloting. The other way around.
It's piloting, is it?
Yeah.
He says, you take the wheel, he'll take the gun.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said you had better at gunnery.
I got the names mixed up.
Oh, right.
I'm sure he has a bit of dyslexia like the rest of us.
The flaw in the cloning process.
In that case, then, as soon as the finishing touch is about to happen, whether they're waiting for a minute to push the button, it's a different question. Declan's going to grab his sniper and sniper rifle and dash for the compound. So
Going to head to one of the windmills, so you got the best high ground.
you'll probably go for the windmill. It's the best option if that's the highest ground. So, assuming no one else is actually already up there. So
At the moment, you're the first one up, depending
Well-
on where the others are.
I was going to say, I mean, potentially, if we had time, it would have been logical that, yeah, Declan would have claimed that one, working on the eye, he'd be back in time.
Where does Raven want to be for a battle?
I wanted to scout out the place so I know the layout, where the dead ends are, where the ambush points are, so I'm not fighting on ground that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, you find lots of interesting trinkets on your looking for the bad places to be.
I wasn't looking for trinkets, but if they're there, then they're there.
Like I said, you found lots of trinkets while looking for the...
Okay. Given I'm not a ranged fighter at all, I think the best thing I could do is offer support to someone like Bolt. Although Bolt's a lot faster.
Do you have what fighting skills do you have?
I cast spells.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. But you cast spells for distance, or?
No, my spells don't have distance. I'm a definitely close, short range type. So there's and Bolt looks like a melee fighter. I'd probably best following up Bolt.
You'd probably be good on one of those rooftops near the beach to support the.
Yeah, I have no skill with guns, so it's not really much point in me having a gun.
Okay. In which case, then, yeah, it would seem like you probably still want to have. I'm assuming you don't actually want to get into melee itself.
Well, my spells work at short or close range, so it's virtually melee.
Yeah, but you don't want to actually be in melee.
No, I don't want to be in melee. No.
Have someone try to swing a sword or hit you with a punch you in the face.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So I would think, yes, on top of one of those buildings near the
Well, how far? What is short range? What is close range?
So for you, let's see, we have Raven.
Range of attack is close, but not engaged.
So for you, close range is about 15 meters, and medium range is about 30.
Okay, so 15 meters. And on that map, what's the scale?
Each square is 4 meters.
4 meters.
Mm.
Okay. So
Rather large compound.
So I've got a range of 3 or 4 squares at most. Yeah.
I'd be tempted, in fact. What's the little box on the western side of the compound, just underneath the high tide mark?
That's a shed.
If that got a suitable roof to stand on and it's got the strength, that's probably, because that'll then put you closer to Bolt when Bolt starts coming in for the attack as well.
Yeah.
Does that help?
I'm assuming Bolt's on the western side at the moment.
I'd prefer not to be exposed on a roof. I prefer to have cover.
Well, you could be in the shed.
That's what I'm thinking of, being in the shed. So that's why I was sort of angling towards an ambush type approach rather than trying to defend a perimeter.
For your spells to work, all you need to do is put a hole in the shed and cast through the hole.
Yeah. So
because if you can see the target, you can hit the target.
Okay. All right. So something like that would probably be best. I also want to be able to move. You don't want to be caught in one spot.
Well, there are 2 doors for the shed, so you can either run into the garden or out of the garden.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like, if they're coming from the west, that sounds like the place to be.
Well, for your case, they're going to come from the north because they're coming in from that the ocean, effectively north of you.
The other thing is if there's a particular objective, like if they're going for Fayette, we know Fayette to the particular room, I could be somewhere nearby.
Okay, let's see if they actually tell me where that is. Because
well, I think the Fayette should be in the garage with all the rest of them.
Oh, in the garage.
Now, Fayette should, if she's not with the others, she is technically in that bottom room there. But that's if she.
And I'm assuming that all the non-combatants are in the garage.
Okay. If their objective is the garage, I should probably be somewhere near there.
Well, they don't know what their objective. They don't know where Fayette's going to be unless they've got some sort of tracking specifically on her.
Nick has joined you guys in protecting the compound. He has a shotgun.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we could double team Nick and I.
I was gonna give Desmond my rifle to hand out to somebody.
That's it's the so it was basically an SMG and a rifle then was available for those who had any skill or desire.
Well, I might take the SMG if nobody else takes it, simply because if I get close enough, even I would hit something with it. Although SMG, you have to be able to control it.
I've got 2 hands.
You know, you could spray it everywhere. You've got to be able to control the trigger and such.
Anyway, so where do we end up with? So where's the windmill that Declan's on that map?
I'm going to say that there are windmills along the edges of the compound.
What are those big squares above the garage and the other buildings?
These ones here,
Yeah.
they're family homes.
Oh, okay.
These ones are apartments, and this is their meeting hall and other offices.
Yeah, okay.
Plus with personal rooms for the leader and her niece.
Okay.
Okay, as it is 10:15 and people are looking tired.
Yep.
We won't start a combat that's potentially going to last some time in playtime. So
Well, the
Yes.
boy wants to rip faces off.
You finally give me military stuff and I can't use it.
well, obviously, tune in next week
Well, next one.
to see Bolt rip faces off.
Next time on Shadowrun.
So what
Bolt rips faces off.
So what is the trigger for 404 to hit the start button?
Probably somebody yelling they're here over the conley.
Well, it comes down to how close we want to let them get. Because is Bolt effectively able to track the boat, even like to general vicinity?
To a 10-meter radius.
Yeah, okay, that's good enough. in the sense that
Where is Bolt?
Bolt would be somewhere out here.
Oh, okay.
off to the west beyond the gardens, I would have thought,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, like in that.
But
forest
probably getting closer as they get closer to the high tide mark.
But also wanting to stay hidden because they will see her if they get
Yeah.
line of sight. While they're invisible, she's not.
Raven's
I mean,
in
go
the
on.
shed with a submachine gun. And
Yep.
Nick might as well be there as well. And that's the elf.
Yep.
Well, where did where did Nero and the 3 pairs end up?
Well, one pair was, I believe, near the area there, and the other 2 pairs were either side of the gate.
Right, yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah,
Because that's where Josh said to put them.
yeah no, and I knew he had, but I couldn't remember what locations they were. So.
All good. They were the only open spaces that didn't have a fence.
And did Nero place himself in particular?
He has heard that they look like they're coming in through the water.
We've also got choppers coming, which may not be coming from the same direction. So.
Martin, that little black blob in bottom right of the complex, that's woodland, isn't it?
That's woods, yes.
Mira's gonna, if he's heard that they're coming in via the water and probably via air, he's gonna get the 2 groups from the gate and then scamper into the woodlands
And use that for
to
cover.
provide cover from the air.
Question: what's the skill applying when you're trying to sneak behind someone and stab them in the back?
Stealth.
Stealth, not
Stealth.
skullgullery. Stealth. Okay.
Mechanics.
Mechanics too. Yeah. Well,
I would like to argue that throwing a wrench at somebody's head should be a mechanics check.
So if you're wanting to avoid someone finding you, you can use skullduggery to avoid security forces.
Okay, yeah. I'm just thinking that I'm best if I get in close. It sounds like stealth is the skill I need to do that.
Okay. I will say the session ends with the sound of choppers coming from the southwest and southeast and northeast.
Feels very apocalypse now.
As you get the recognize the sound of it coming into hover, which 404 understands. It's a rather specific sound with helicopters.
Okay.
And he can identify the type of and she can identify the type of helicopter.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I flew one of those.
Well, apparently your training is kicking in.
Yes.
And I will put it to end credits at that point, unless anyone else wants to add anything. Anything more to add? Nope, no?
All good.
Okay.
All good?
End credits it is.